want to start by wishing a very, very happy 50th anniversary to Lori and Roberta Schaefer, who are watching online. Normally, if you are here in person, we give you the priestly blessing, but it's lying in the Torah portion, literally. So you will get it through the reading of this Torah portion. You're amongst the first people I met when I came here, and it's such a blessing to know that you are celebrating 50 beautiful years together. So much joy and happiness and love to the two of you and to your family celebrating this 50th anniversary. Mazel tov. Yeah, that you got some mazel tovs in the room, too. You only wish you had heard of Sumner Wells. You might have, but you probably haven't. He's being talked about a lot this month with the release of a new book called Secret City about those who were gay and working in Washington, or who were not allowed to work in Washington once it was found out that they were gay. In this month that celebrates Pride, this book is a reminder that there were people who could have been blessings to us and to the world at large, but were not. Sumner Wells had FDR's ears. It is said that if he hadn't been outed and forced to resign, that he might have been the only person who could convince FDR to raise the quotas to bring more Jews to the United States from Europe. But alas, it was not to be. He was gone from government, and FDR did not bring as many Jews out as he should have or could have. And we are left wondering what blessings we have lost. When we talk about a blessing like the priestly blessing that's in tonight's Torah portion, we have to remember those who don't have blessings, who have blessings missing from them. When I came in a few hours ago to roll the Torah to the right place and check the Torah portion, I noticed that the baby Torah in the ark was missing. You may or may not have noticed that, and it doesn't matter to most of you, but it matters to Wendy, who has to carry the Torah around the room as well, and so instead she carries the banjo. There are things that matter to some people that don't matter to others. That baby Torah missing is missing for a beautiful reason, because it is in Israel with our Temple Bethel trip, and there are kids from this congregation who are reading from it, celebrating Bar and Bat Mitzvah in the Holy Land. It is only when the missing impacts you that you realize something is missing. That is the power and message of the 50th anniversary of what is celebrated this month in the Jewish world, which is the 50th anniversary of the ordination of the first female rabbi in the Reform movement, Rabbi Sally Priesand. I wrote in my Shabbat message this morning about this book, Sally Opened Doors, by Rabbi Sandy Sasso, that talks about all the people who didn't want Sally Priesand to be a rabbi. It also alludes to, and you can see online, the 5 years of letters that went back and forth between Sally and Hebrew Union College, Jewish Institute of Religion, the alma mater of myself and several others on the clergy team, that said no, first firmly and then softly, and then finally changed. Imagine all the lost blessings, all the things that could have happened in the Jewish world if Sally was allowed to enter rabbinical school in 1963 instead of 1968. Or if Sumner Wells had had FDR's ear instead of being forced to resign. And so that is the message of blessings and lost blessings. If you have them, if you are lucky enough or full enough of goodness that you are able to have blessings, they're so powerful and meaningful and beautiful. But if you are someone who is deprived blessings, whether it is a blessing of being an advisor to make the world a better place, to make the world more stable and good, as Sumner Wells could have, or if you are denied the blessing of carrying this Torah that lies in your heart and bringing it to the Jewish people, then blessings are lost. In this week's Torah portion, the priestly blessing that we'll hear in just a few minutes is sandwiched between two places that remind us that if we only count our blessings and don't think about those who are losing blessings around us, our community is not complete. A lot of Naso, this Torah portion is devoted to the Nazarite. You do not want to be a Nazarite. It is not fun. It is people who took a vow to God They didn't drink wine. They had interesting haircuts, and they led a life of piety. It is considered such an unattractive life that there's no Nazarites today. But those who took this vow to be devoted to God as a Nazarite were fully and 100% devoted. But it was only a vow about themselves. They had to deprive themselves of time with their family because they were devoted only to God. And of course, we need to make sure that we are okay. If I am not for myself, who will be for me? And so this section that we are about to read before the priestly blessing is about the personal. We do have to count our blessings and see all the wonderful things that we have. But right after the priestly blessing is when the tabernacle is completed. And Moses goes about with God's guidance to bless everything in the tabernacle, the instruments that will be used for sacrifice, the curtains, the walls, every speck of the tabernacle is blessed. And then the tabernacle is considered completed. And the bridge between the individual and the community being blessed and coming together is the priestly blessing. And that perhaps is a signpost for us, that in order for us to really enjoy our blessings, that we must figure out a way to be a blessing to the community at large, to be a blessing to people like Sumner Wells or Sally Prezant or anyone who's deprived the blessing. Because when there are lost blessings, the world is no good, and we lose people, we lose knowledge, we lose compassion and goodness. And so on this night, as we remark on the words of the priestly blessing, I hope each and every one of us takes it to heart, that the priestly blessing is a blessing that says, be thankful for your blessings you already have and let them multiply. And for those who have no blessings at all, do not let them have lost blessings, but instead be a blessing to them, as we hope to be. Shabbat Shalom.